How reality TV shows cast the right people? Okay, we'll watch that. We'll watch this right now and then go into Okay Buddy, all right?
The perfect hero is someone who genuinely like doesn't really see it coming. You want somebody who is open to change, maybe a little uncomfortable with it. That is a key, is finding someone who is at that point in their life where they're ready.
You're kind of like the Wizard of Oz behind the curtains. Like, you're making everything happen.
My name is Danielle Gervais, and I'm the EVP of Casting and Talent at ITV America. I've come up in unscripted television and moved over into casting through a series on ABC called Wife Swap.
Real life.
Oh my God. Did they literally, like, did they make this Vox video for me? I'm so confused.
Real drama.
On this season of Fix My Family.
An all-new Forged in Fire.
Was Pawn Stars one? I saw
Is this a fucking meme, dude? These are like all my faves, dude.
Through a series on ABC called Wife Swap.
Real
What
life.
the fuck?
Real
Was this deliberate or is this on accident? Did I like accidentally stumble on this lady's shit?
drama.
On this season.
I don't even know what Fix My Family is, but...
My Family.
An all-new Forged in Fire.
Was Pawn Stars one? I saw that on your IMDb.
We're casting the items and then certainly doubling back and make sure we've got good sellers.
Good luck, too, with the Emmys coming up as well. How does it start from the second that you find out that there's going to be a new season? What is the first step that happens?
The first thing we
Guys, it's not... no, I'm not saying the Vox reporter follows me. I'm saying I'm surprised that, like, we literally fucking watched exclusively almost all the reality TV shows that she's worked on, especially because like there are thousands of fucking reality TV shows, and the ones that they use as an example are all ones that we watched with one exception.
to do is determine, where are we going? Once we identify the city, we have, obviously this is a team of people. So we'll sit down, it's the initial war room, and we'll say, let's talk about what stories have we already told on the show? What stories do we want to tell on this show? We were trying to tell that story of Reverend Noah 2 seasons prior. We just never found the Reverend Noah. We never found it. So that just happened.
Our mission this week is to help Noah take the past out of pastor and find faith in himself. Yeah.
Are we looking at like a day where you're like having lunch brought in and you're just hashing out literally every emotion and story that you could access?
I don't know if we brought lunch in, but we had candy and snacks. I remember that. There's always snacks. We will also, in that initial meeting, pull in our partners at Scout, who are the creators of the show. And that's where we really hash it out. And we talk about like things like, how political do we want to get? Because you also don't want to hammer people. And we never want to forget what was special about that initial iteration. Like a slob who's ready for a make better, right?
So you've had your big war room meeting. You've decided on your location and some of the key themes that you're going to be exploring in that season. What happens?
Dude, you gotta stop. Dude, you gotta stop linking me how to make a DIY purifier. Are you crazy? Like, I know your intentions are pure, but like, if you think I'm gonna build anything, dude, instead of just like buying it on the internet and dying while I wait for it, like, you're out of your mind. Okay, please stop. I'm not gonna build it. I can't build anything.
What's next?
The next thing is I have to figure out, who's going to go to the city? What are we going to do when we get there? Because we're not out there for very long. We have budgets. We'll immediately contact the film commission in that city. They'll help us sort of steer to some degree. You'll have 2 people hit the ground in the city with a plan of attack, and you'll have usually a 2-people team back in the office with me doing all of the outreach, remotely, which is also huge. So they'll meet people, love them, and go, you gotta interview this guy. So then the team back in the office will typically take that interview on so that the team on the ground can continue with their work. We make little, cute flyers and we walk around. You gotta be pretty friendly to be in casting. You're gonna be able to talk to anybody. And certainly there's people that are completely weirded out by it. We'll see businesses that we want to hit, a dog groomer, and lo and behold, Rahana comes out and she's, 6'3" with this incredible story. I was asking one of my producers, I was like, what's your favorite story of finding someone? We had a gentleman, Marcos, who owned a fish shop. They went to that fish.
A tireless fishmonger. I love the term fishmonger. It's so fucking anime.
Market every single day because they just felt like there was such a vibrant life to that place that it just was prime. So they went every single day for 2 weeks. And suddenly they peeked back at behind a stand and they saw this fedora.
What's the obsession with hats? Where did it come from, Marcos?
In Mexico, all the time it's, hey, compadre!
Oh, that's cute.
It's your thing.
A little stalkerish at sometimes, I'm not gonna lie.
I'd be remiss if I didn't ask if you were secretly looking for people who clearly have incredible hidden bone structure.
It is always fun to say, especially if you've got this big bearded guy who hasn't cut his hair, and it's what will he look like at the end of all of this?
From what you're saying, it sounds like the casting will really flow from the story themes you want to emphasize rather than you find some person who just pops for some reason.
It is absolutely both. It's rare that you're here's the exact story you want to tell. Oh my God, and this person is perfect. And it comes together. Kenny, who was in Kansas City, one of my favorite, I love all of the episodes, of course, but he's one of my favorite heroes. And the producer was at a bar watching a Croatian soccer game, and there he was. His dog had passed away, and he was an older gentleman living alone. And on paper, there. And then once it came to life, he himself was such a lovable, rootable hero. He's one of my favorites.
You've developed this list of good candidates with a combination of remote interviews and on-the-ground reporting is really what you have to call it. What happens next in the process?
We pitched quite a few to Netflix. They have such vision and they support us. And, these interviews aren't always pretty, right? We're doing them via Skype. These aren't professional people in terms of being interviewed, and they're nervous. And so Netflix is able to see through a lot. In that regard. But to land on, let's say, 8 heroes, we'll probably pitch, internally, we will look at, frankly, hundreds. But
Dude, you guys, some of you don't like it. Some of you are bored of this. I'm not gonna lie, this is not that good of a video. But if I skip, people get mad at me, dude. What do you want me to do?
In terms of the network, we'll usually triple that number.
I'm gonna do fucking Okay Buddy right after this, okay? You little fucking shits.
There are some where it's just we all just go, oh my God, yes. And then there are others where we can be split because it's all very.
I can't do it anymore. Fuck this.